Can a person who causes the catastrophic death of their own child ever atone enough to deserve forgiveness? In his deeply moving, emotionally raw novel, The River is Waiting, #1 New York Times bestselling author Wally Lamb returns with his third official Oprah's Book Club selection. Drawing powerful inspiration from the haunting Mexican legend of La Llorona, the Weeping Woman, and his own 2 decades of experience teaching writing to incarcerated individuals, Lamb crafts a devastating yet ultimately life-affirming masterpiece about addiction, mass incarceration, and the agonizingly slow blueprint of human healing. The story drops readers directly into the fractured mind of Corby Ledbetter, an unemployed commercial artist living in Connecticut. Corby is unraveling under the weight of new fatherhood, the loss of his job, and a secret, escalating addiction to Ativan and alcohol. While his wife, Emily, works to keep the family afloat, Corby is left to care for their toddler twins, Maisie and Niko. One catastrophic morning, heavily sedated and deeply distracted by his own self-pity, Corby makes a fatal, horrific error. He backs his car over his young son, Niko, in the family driveway. In the immediate aftermath, a guilt-ridden Corby attempts to use legal loopholes to deflect blame, but an encounter with a great blue heron on the swiftly moving Wequanac River forces a moment of profound clarity. He rejects his lawyer's advice, confesses his intoxication to both Emily and the police, and is sentenced to prison for second-degree involuntary manslaughter. The bulk of the narrative masterfully chronicles Corby's intense, day-by-day struggle to survive his 3-year sentence inside a maximum security prison. Lamb pulls back the curtain on the systemic inequality, racism, and casual brutality of the American penal system, keeping the story grounded through the complex, vulnerable relationships Corby builds behind bars. He finds an unexpected, trustworthy ally in a gossipy gay cellmate and a spiritual sanctuary under the guidance of a saintly prison librarian who allows him the space to process his grief through painting. Most profoundly, Corby takes an emotionally fragile, troubled young inmate named Solomon under his protective wing, an act of fierce caretaking that mirrors the fatherhood that was so tragically stolen from him on the outside. The River is Waiting refuses to offer easy answers or cheap sentimentality, concluding on a bittersweet note that respects the permanent gravity of loss. Written in accessible, profoundly empathetic prose, the novel explores what happens when a fundamentally decent person breaks something that feels utterly beyond repair. It stands as a towering, essential addition to contemporary literary fiction, an absolute empathy bomb that investigates the messy, uneven path toward self-forgiveness and the enduring belief that mercy is always possible.